Deposited checks, collected the bag, I move like I'm a truck. No beef in the street, my niggas don't need, you know, like to fuck with us. Run it up, 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 run it up. Run it up, 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 run it up. Deposited checks, collected the bag.
What's good?
No beef in the street, my niggas don't need, you know, like to fuck with us. Run it up, 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 run it up.
Shout out to y'all. Thank you for tuning in, guys. We got a great show for you today. What's good? What's good? We got a great show for you today. You already know we got Bugz, Gutta. Tune in, make sure y'all share this live. It's gonna be a lit situation tonight. We got the one, the only Bugz Gutta in the building. We about to tear it up. You already know how it is. You already know how we do. Bugz, you already know he's from that hit web series, The Circle NYC Season 3. He an NYC rapper doing big things. We about to chat it up with him, see what's going on. Yo, 2019 is going to be a great year. I tell you, man. Hey, shout out to Key in the building. Royal Couch, what it do? It's your boy, King, you already know. We got Bugz Gutta coming through. Shit gonna be lit. Shout out, that was Run It Up by Bugz Gutta. You already know, hot NYC rapper out here doing his damn thing in the hit series, The Circle NYC Season 3. Shit is going bananas. He is doing major things. He is everywhere. Shout out to all my royals that tune in each and every week. Shout out to my sponsors, Dig the Kicks. This is her t-shirt. AD from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood sponsors the show with her brand Dig the Kicks. If you go to her brand Dig the Kicks, DTK.com, make sure y'all go to that promo code and hit Royals. They got sweatsuits, they got joggers, they got t-shirts, they got dad hats, they got it all. It is super lit, so make sure y'all go check them out. We are also sponsored by SwagNationMagazine.com, the #1 independent artist magazine in the nation and being viewed in over 75 countries. It is super lit and super major. We are also sponsored by Crown Temptations, bringing you your drink specials by every need, so make sure y'all go check them out. It is a super lit show. I'm super excited to have our guest today. We have been waiting for him for the longest time. We are a longtime fan. I don't want to hold you guys up anymore. Let's see if we can get him up here. Gutta, you already know. I'm super excited to have him on. Yo!
What up? What up?
What's going on, my guy? What's going on?
Shit, chilling. You know.
Look, I'm super excited to have you on. You know this has been a long time coming.
I know, right? Like, the last time I couldn't do it because one of my close friends had passed away, and, you know,
which I'm sorry about that. But we're gonna do it this time, and we're gonna pay respects to all of them and make sure we get them really good interview for all your fans and all your viewers and stuff. But how we get started over here, we like to get started by letting everyone know what your social media is and where they can find you on all your social media platforms.
You can find me up here at Bugz Gutta. Well, you can find me anywhere on every social media platform, every music outlet. Bugz Gutta, Bugzgutta. Yeah, everywhere.
Again, so guys, make sure y'all go follow him and make sure y'all go search his music. We started the show with Run It Up, which is by you, which is a dope track.
Thank
Congrats about what before we get started, I just want to say congrats on all your accomplishments. Congrats on being who you are authentically. You have been the same bug since first came across you, and I just love to see your growth and how humble you are within your growth. So
I
shout out to you for real. Shout out.
appreciate that a lot.
So before we get into the circle and before we get into who Bugz is now, let's go back a little bit, and I want to know, when did music influence your life and enough for you to start actually rapping and actually putting yourself out there?
Well, I've always liked music. And when I actually really started rapping while I was locked up, I had a cellmate that was a rapper, and he just used to rap all the time, and he used to be writing raps. And one day he was like, he told me to write a rap, and so like I wrote the rap with him, and it was whack, but I wrote it, and I liked it, and I just like because I used to write poetry, so it was like me writing a rap for the first time. It was like, oh shit, I love music. I know how to write poetry. I like this. So it was like, I was like, what, 14, 15 then? So I had juvenile life, so I was locked up until I was 19. So the whole time I was, where he at? Go get him. Go ahead. Oh, my bad. We got a new puppy, and he just said,
Aw.
and he said, he got to go over there to get him. But yeah, so the whole time I was in there, I was rapping. And then I came home and I was still rapping. And I met some niggas that was in there, and they told me when I get out, link up with them. So I linked up with them, and they had me in the studio and shit. But they wanted me to be like, I had just came out from being locked up, and I just came out of the closet to my family and to everybody.
Right.
So I was ready to be who I am authentically, but they was like, no, you can't, you shouldn't. And I ended up getting a relationship, and music just became non-existent. Like life just went a different direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, going back into, I don't want to get too deep into this topic because this is not what it's about. But while being locked up, I love how you can take a negative situation and kind of turn it into a positive light. And that's what this show is all about, is kind of bringing a positive light on our community and stuff. While being incarcerated, what clicked in your head to where you was like, you know what, I'm going to make this productive and start writing more and kind of get into your music? What was it, other than just seeing your boy write? What was it that you was like, okay, this is going to be my exit out and my drive to?
I I really didn't look at it like that then, because I honestly felt like it would never really happen.
Right.
Like I felt like no matter how good I was, I'm not straight. And I just felt like at that time it was no room for a gay rapper. So I was like, I convinced myself that, because in the gay community, we are conditioned to feel, we were conditioned to feel like we can't do this, and we won't do this. We can't amount to this, and we shouldn't be able to do this. So
Agreed.
like I convinced myself that this isn't something that I could do. So that's what it was. But a few years ago, before I moved to New York, I finally got off of probation. And when I got off probation, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm finally off probation. I don't have to be in here in Virginia. My best friend just passed away. I was single, just single from unhealthy relationship. I was like, you know what? It's nothing keeping me here in Virginia. I'm going to New York. I'm going to do what the fuck I have to do. And I'm going to make it happen. This is what I wanted to do. It's been a passion of mine for years. And it was just like, I have nothing holding me back now. So I'm going to go up here to New York and I'm going to do it. And I was determined to do it. And I'm not where I want to be, but I'm a lot where I was.
You're making a buzz. You're definitely making a buzz, and you know your name is actually touching a lot of ears, which is an amazing thing. You know, knowing your story and where you come from, especially with that type of. It is hard for an out rapper, which leads me into my next question. On being an out rapper, what does being an out rapper mean to you? Is it just that I'm out and I rap, or do you put that within your music? Like, what would be the difference between you and a straight rapper?
I don't know. The only difference between me and the next dude that's a straight rapper would be I lay in the bed with Chad and he lay in the bed with Keisha.
I know that's right. And that's facts.
And
that's why I bring that up. Because, when I hear your music, I'm not necessarily being like, oh my God, he's a gay rapper, so blah, blah, blah. So, I don't see where, why that would hinder kind of that motive of you trying to get to that spot.
And the funny thing is, it's because dudes will hear my music and they'll rock with it. Like, I get approached, people hear my music and I get emails and I get hit up and shit like that. And then they'll say, send me your social media. When I send them my social media and they see that I'm gay, it's like, nah, I'm good.
It changes the whole thing, right?
Changes the whole thing. And I'm not about to sit here and just post pictures of me on my social media just so niggas can feel like, oh, I want to work with you. No.
So have this been people within like the industry that you may have looked up to, people that have some, clout behind their name, that it would actually help your career to want to have work with you, but then reneged once they saw your social media?
Well, I'm not gonna say she's fake where she is. What's that girl name on what was the girl from Love and Hip Hop? No, the ugly one. Hazel.
My God.
Okay, Hazel.
Yeah, cause I was the boy. What's the dude name?
I don't know.
The boyfriend.
That had the whole problem with
We was talking about collabing through DM and
Yeah, I hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay, because it got frozen.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you're supposed to work with Hazel and her boyfriend that she was working with.
Yeah, but it didn't. Once they saw my social media, it was like I was blocked. She blocked me on Instagram, and he blocked me.
And that's weird, because I thought that was a rumor about her. Look, I thought that was a rumor about her boyfriend, right?
But I was like, okay, so shit. Let me go ahead and see what's up with it. That's probably why she blocked me, because she probably was like,
she was like, you won't take him. Look. So I want to get into a couple other things that you actually do. Royalty and bars, and there's a couple other things that you got your hands into. Speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, I created me and Chad and Miss Terry, we created the Royalty and Bars platform. It's a showcase that's geared towards helping LGBT artists in the community, giving them a platform to perform. I haven't had it in a couple of months because I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, but it's about to coming back. You know what I'm saying? I'm planning all that, planning something big for it probably next month. But yeah, I'm the type of person, I don't just sit around and wait for a person to do anything for me. I'm an artist and I love to perform. And I feel like if I love to perform and I can get a venue and perform, why not invite other artists to come and perform on it? And I don't charge, I never charge the artist to come and perform. Like, it's not even about that. It's just about them having a platform to perform and people being able to hear it. Because
that's dope.
Nobody in New, it's like, as big as New York City is, it's rare that you have a showcase that's geared towards just gay, Black, and Latino LGBT.
Right.
I mean, it's not anybody can come there, but I want my Black and my brown to be in there, like showcasing it.
And us just supporting each other. You know, I'm from up north. You know, I'm from Jersey, and one thing I've noticed from living out there is that, and I live in the South now, but one thing I've noticed from living out there was that we don't support each other. You know, everyone's trying to step on each other's toes. You know, trying to make it on top, not realizing it's a big enough stage for everybody. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Everybody up here want to be the king of the city. And all these niggas is running around screaming, I'm the king of the city, and running in circles because niggas ain't doing nothing. Like,
and one thing I've noticed down here in the South, they support each other. You know, they're on the local radio stations. They on the, you know what I mean? Everyone is riding for each other. Everyone, like, people out here know, for the local artists, like, they go to these concerts and to these showcases, and they know word for word these songs, like, you know, these main artist songs, you know what I mean? So, you know, I just think that we need to come together more as a community.
I feel like I moved too fast, and I actually should have went to Atlanta.
It said, but you know what? There is a lane for everyone, and the thing about it is, and how hard it is for it to be in New York, and being that New York is the birthplace for a lot of icons and legends, you know, you still making your buzz out there, and I feel like that's still important for our community, especially for places that it is so hard, because it shows to other people that can't make it outside of New York and can't go to these places that you still have your opportunity if you work hard and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So moving forward, you get a part of this series, The Circle. How did that come about?
Well, I met Nunu. He was the producer of a show that I used to feature on called Living Man Made with my manager and the people who I do business with, my girls, my sisters, and all them. And so I was around while he was filming season 2, and I used to be like, Nunu, what's up? Like, what's up, Nunu? Like, let me, and he used to pay it. Like, he used to be like, he'll look at me and be like, and I mean, I get it. I guess I won't popping yet. So when he decided to do season 3, he was like, I was the first person he hit up. He was like, look, I'm doing season 3. I want you up here. You want to be on the show? And I was like, yeah, I'm with it. Like, I was happy I was excited to do it. I didn't think about that. I didn't think it all the way through. But I did it, and I don't regret it, and I'm glad. I liked it. Well,
I enjoy seeing you. To take it back real quick, I met you at Stonewall at a performance with with somebody that we mutually know the most, and I love artistry, period. You know what I'm saying? And you were somebody that stood out to me. So since then, I kind of followed you and kind of, took your journey with you, whatever the case may be. So seeing you on this show kind of gives me a reference to who I've been following. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of I love the energy of the show. I feel like, me and my fiance always talk about it, and my fiance is a rapper as well, and you're one of his favorites on the show, and he kind of pointed out to me that this show really is stemmed around you and kind of what's going on with Bugs's life, you know what I mean, with you and, your significant other and your work life and your concerts and all of the stuff like that. So watching that back, are you content and happy for what you see from what you recorded and filmed? Because I know editing has to take place and things and stuff like that. So
I held back a lot. And I held back because a lot of people that know me, they know the old me. They know the me that's really, really, really here for the shit. And like, I'm ready. And like, it is what it is. And I didn't want to really, really to be that person. I wanted to show a different side of me. I wanted people to see that I'm hardworking and I love my man and I wanted them to see that you can be in a healthy relationship, a successful relationship. I wanted them to see that you can change, like you can make a difference, because I have done a complete 360 and I wanted to showcase who I am today and not who I was, even though that is still me, if that makes any sense.
That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. I think it's all growth, like we was just discussing, transitioning into a greater you, you know what I mean? And honestly, I see that wholeheartedly. And to be honest with you, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing seeing you and your love on TV together, because you don't see that type of love on air no more. On mainstream TV, on web series, period, you don't see that type of love. So
Yeah,
I thank you for that, because not a lot of people think it is hard to date in this community, let alone in this industry.
it's real hard. And like, and we didn't want to just show the good on the show. Like, you see us argue. Like today on the episode that just came out, you actually see an argument that that wasn't even supposed to be aired, like, but it was. And it's like, we don't have a problem with it, because like, it is what it is. We don't mind
It's real.
people that nothing is perfect. No
You're
relationship
right.
is perfect. Like, I'm not perfect, he's not perfect, but I feel like we perfect together, and we don't care what nobody else say or think about us. So like, why can't they see it? Why can't they see that we argue? Why can't they see that I get an attitude and he's just like, okay, whatever, and pay it like it ain't always good.
It's real. It looks real. Like, when you watch these shows and you're like, okay, that's just for show, or that's extra. Like, it seems and it looks authentic. You know what I mean? I feel that vibe. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it's couple goals all day. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you and him. I do want to address that a little bit. I know where we are off on the episodes, he wants to do the whole ballroom scene. You're a little skeptical because you were in the ballroom scene. You know how that whole scene is set up, and you're not trying to get back into that life. Can you kind of brush up on what has that been like? Has he gotten back into the ballroom scene? Like, have you gotten back into it?
We came to a conclusion that if he wants to walk a ball, he can walk a ball. I would help him. I would help him with his fat. I will do everything that I have to do to help him if he wants to walk a ball. Now, we agreed that we're not going to do a house. Like,
Okay.
I'm not in a house no more. I left the house of Revlon, and he's not going to join the house. But if he want to walk a ball, we can go to the ball and he can fuck it up, and I'll be right there on the side, like, let's get it.
I know that's right.
Like,
And what is that called? So when you don't have a house, when you walk, is it like 007 or something like that?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But no,
And you,
but you know, and I say that now, but if he decides to start walking balls and it's something that he really, really want to do, if he decides to join the house, I would support him. Like, I really, really would. And I would just hope and pray that everything just be good and he has a good experience. I'm going to make sure he has a good experience in ballroom, because I'm not going, like, I'm up in the house meeting like, my nigga, what's good? Like, what? I'm sitting over here in the corner.
Fact.
But yeah, because I don't want him to. Chad is a really, really, really kind and nice and
he seems that way.
And I don't want him to be like, I just don't want. I want to protect him from everything. Like,
I understand. It's like you don't want to get him to get corrupted with that kind of lifestyle.
And it's nothing towards ballroom or the people. I just know that. I just know what it is. Like, I just know what it is, and I just don't want him to know what it is.
Fact. No, I understand that completely. And I'm sure a lot of the people that are part of the ballroom scene know exactly what you're talking about as well.
Got to.
You know, so I don't think you need to elaborate on what you mean, because I think we all know exactly what you mean.
Right.
Moving forward, going episode to episode, there's been a lot of amazing thing, a lot of but there's been a little drama that I want to cover over, as far as your management, your booking management, how is that going with Kevin? And have you resolved that? I know Chad went up to him and kind of ended it.
Listen.
But what is that standpoint now? Are you working together any type of way?
Kevin never done anything for me. Let's get this clear. No one on the show has ever done anything for me but Nunu. That's it. Nobody has done nothing for me. Fuck the show. Nobody in the industry has done anything for me.
I know that's right.
Like, I do what I do, and I make it happen. Like, it ain't no handouts. Ain't nobody, and even about no handouts, nobody hasn't done nothing. Like, and when I say nobody hasn't done nothing, people like Melli saying, I helped you with your career. You ain't helped me. You ain't helped me do a motherfucking thing. Kevin, you said that you wanted to be a booking manager. You didn't do nothing. I booked the I Got the Wave tour. I did a 4-city tour. I put that whole thing together. I did my videos by myself. I made sure I got booked at Pride. I made sure that I got booked in Virginia, in North Carolina, in Jersey. I made sure that Royalty and Bugz got done. Like, I did this shit. Nobody ain't do this. People see something popping, and people want to make it seem like, oh, I did something.
Right. Facts. I know exactly what you mean.
Nothing, my nigga. Ain't none of y'all do nothing. Like, you had the opportunity to be part of it, but no, you fucked that up. Kevin, you talking reckless. Like, you talking about, you just come in left field talking crazy. My man is a leech. No, my man is not a leech. My man is my man. And I don't give a fuck what it is that I'm doing. My man is going to be right there. When my father passed away and I was there in the hospital sleeping, my man was in the room with me and my daddy sleeping all night. when I'm in court, my man is right there in court. When whatever the fuck is going on with me and whatever's going on with him, we are there for each other. Like, so can't nobody say, oh, he shouldn't have brought him. No, I'm going to bring him because he's going to see what I don't see. I'm going to see what he don't see. Like,
Facts.
Like, no, I don't give a fuck. And that's not just now. This is when I get here. Like, this nigga had been with me from here to here, so goddamn it, he's gonna still see it, and he's gonna be right there when I'm having these meetings, okay? Because if he get a funny vibe, then we can't do it. Because
I know that's right. I know that's right. You better teach these cats how to do it, man. You better teach them a little something. So I'm not mad at it. So, so moving forward, I know with that whole cocktails thing, you were kind of behind the scenes in production. Is that still going on? Like, what's going on with that?
I've heard there was some discussion about another episode, but I don't know for sure. And if they do, I probably won't be a part of it.
You probably won't be a part of it?
No.
So moving forward, I know we're not going to talk about exactly what events that happen in the further episodes, but there is a clip of you and Melli B about to go at it in the next episode, and apparently
came out.
It came out this episode, and you and him have the argument and stuff like that. So with going further with Melli, is there any type of relationship going further with that, or is it just like nipped in the bud, or what does that mean?
I got to go to court next month.
Okay.
He took a restraining order out on me.
For that comment, or for?
He said, he was fearful. First, he did a cease and desist and sent it to me and was like, can you not mention me, not mention my brand and this and this and that. Mind you, I never mentioned anything. Like, I made a freestyle and I was like, nigga sour like lemon. It rhymed with whatever the fuck I said before lemon. And he got a company called Lemon Brands. So he felt like I was talking about him. So that's how all this shit started, you know what I'm saying? So I saw him at the fashion show and he was like, let's talk or whatever. And I'm like, okay, what's up? Let's talk. I was okay. I was willing to talk because I'm like, okay, it really ain't no problem or whatever. But then when he started talking about, oh, I helped you in your career, and I'm like, no, we're not about to sit here and you just try to say that you did something for no, we're not going to do that. And so one thing led to the next, and it was just like, I'm not with that shit. Like, fuck that. I'll slap the shit out of him. I'll dog him.
But I mean, you didn't slap the shit out of him.
I didn't because he ain't mentioned my name.
but I don't understand. Like, look, I'm not. When I get on this show, I allow people to air their truth, and I try not to be biased. But I watch it as a professional, but I also watch it as a fan. And at that moment, of watching it, it gives me a moment of, if you're gonna be in the moment, then be in the moment. I really don't. I don't condone violence, but I also don't like the fact that after you're gonna hype the moment up, then we're gonna go and call the law. Like, I don't like that at all. Like that, I think that's a little silly. I don't even think it was that deep for it to get that far.
I actually feel like, did you watch season 2?
Yes,
okay.
But because I started in season 3, so I had to go back and watch season 2 in order to
So if you see season 2, you'll see how old boy was, how he was, and that's really how he is, like every day, like period. This is who you see on is who it is, and so me and him was cool or whatever. But the whole time we was cool, he knew he never ever like got fly in the mouth for me or anything like that, because he has been around me to know that the type of person I am. I'm not that type of person. I don't joke and play with people. I don't want people to be joking and playing with me. You not calling me a bitch. I'm not calling you a bitch. It ain't hey girl and we ain't ha ha kiki. That ain't the type of person I am. And so I felt like he expected, because we were filming, that he could be it, that I was gonna be like, okay, since we're filming, okay, you got a problem with me, we have a problem, but I'm gonna act like we're okay, and it's just gonna be like
Right. He didn't think he gonna get the real Bugz.
right. And I wasn't with that. Like, no, I'm not gonna be like that. Like, my nigga, you got a problem, then we got a problem. We try to fix it. You talking slick out of the mouth. So it is what it is. Like, and this is how it's gonna be. And now that's why we at where we at. Like, y'all gonna it gets interesting. Like,
Well, we can't wait.
yeah, it's starting to get interesting now, because you see that he's really not a bully for real, like he say he is. He's really, really not that person, and you got to really pay attention. He said he beat up the girl, my homegirl Michelle Fontaine. He said I should have dogged her right then and there. But then when it comes to me, it's, oh, you threatened me. Let me get away. He threatened me. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody want to be a badass until the real badass show up, and then everybody is like, oh. No.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm a fan of reality TV all across the board. So, Melli's character, I'm not mad at. I kind of live for it, because I feel like every show needs that somebody that says stuff for no reason sometimes, and sparks up the energy when you don't need, when there's nothing going on. So I kind of live for Melli, but I can kind of see the aspect of you guys bumping heads, because I can see not the seriousness of who you are, but I can see that there's certain people you can play and joke with. There's certain people that you shouldn't play and joke with, especially when y'all don't have that type of relationship to play and joke with each other. So, again, moving forward, I want to get out of the circle a little bit, and I want you to just let us know a little bit. What can we expect from Bugz in 2019 and further? What's to come?
2019, you can expect some shit from me. Like, I'm working on an EP now. It's gonna be like a 6-track EP with a couple videos. I am gonna be doing some acting. Yeah. I ventured out and I'm doing a little bit of artist management, development, like working with a few LGBT artists, and helping them, and we're gonna take this journey together,
I mean, that's right. That's so dope.
What else? Yeah, like, I'm gonna be executive producing and directing it's gonna be like it's a story, but it's no words. If that makes, like, and it's gonna be really, really, really raw and deep, and it's gonna be about crystal meth. And I'm gonna really take it there and push, like, and just tell the story of crystal meth and how it plays a part in our community, and how, like, I'm going to take it from the beginning of a person being introduced to it to how it can end up.
That's gonna be dope. Is that gonna be like in like a something that we watch on the web or like a theater or what?
It's before I put it on web, I'm actually going to try to have it in festivals and get it screened because it's going to be really, really dope. Like, it's going to be really dope. And I'm partnering
I
with,
can wait.
her name is Annabelle. She has a directing company. It's called Rain Visual. You can find her up here. And me and her are doing this together. Um, Chad is going to be starring in it. He's
Hey Chad, shout out to Chad.
I see Chad back here.
First,
Chad.
Both of our babies. Here go Sir. Say hey.
Oh, look how cute.
And here go Navy. But yeah. I'm gonna be doing some good things, some big things this year.
Yeah, shout out to you. Look, shout out to Key, my co-host in the comments. But he wants to know. He has a question. Where did you get? How did you come up with your name, Bugz?
My first rap name was the Murder Prince, and so this dude came. I can't remember his fucking name, but he had ended up coming to Beaumont where I was locked up at, and he used to always joke because I have a list. And back then, it used to be words. So he used to always joke on me and call me Bugs Bunny. And he used to be like, I talk like Bunny. So he didn't know I could rap. So when he heard me rap, he was like, okay, Bugs Gutta. And that's all he just kept saying. And then they just started calling me Bugs Gutta. And I just kept the name, and that was
Look at that. That's dope. I love when people get their names from stories, like, you know, that had an impact in their life. That's dope.
It's definitely not what I would have. I mean, I love it. I love my name now. Like,
Yes, I love it too.
yeah, I love it.
It fits.
But sometimes I be wanting it. Like, I've wanted to take the gutter off because I always feel like I be feeling like when people hear the gutter, it makes them be like, okay. He's like, he shoot 'em up, bang, bang.
Right.
But I mean, I guess, but that's who I am. Like, I'm not shoot 'em up, bang.
But you know what? You could look at Gutta as being like, you know, that real nigga, like not necessarily
Right.
bang bang, but like, you know, he Gutta, like he about his, like he hustle, he makes shit work. You know what I mean? You can always take look. Your life is about taking a negative into a positive. So you ship all that shit around, man. You honestly are inspiration out here, for real. Like honestly, I'm not just saying that. Like you really out here are an inspiration to inspire other people to do what they need to do despite their setbacks.
I mean, I really, really appreciate that because that's all I really want to do because this is so much bigger than me. Like, it's so much bigger than me. Like, I've lived a life and I just want to help and inspire people. And I just want people to know, not just people, I want my community to know that any fucking thing that you want to do, we can go out there and we can do it. It's our time right now. It's 2019. Ain't no need for nobody to be sitting there like, I want to do it. The hardest and the scariest part is to do it. The first time to say, I'm going to do it, and then actually to do it. Once you say you're going to do it, and then you finally do it, it's easy after that. Like, and people just got to realize that. Don't feel like you can't, because you can. And we're doing it. You're doing it. I'm doing it. Chad's doing it. Your co-host is doing it. Like, Luna was doing it. We all doing it. And that's what it's about. And it's about helping and supporting and
Supporting, yes.
Like, ain't no need to tear each other down. They doing that enough. Like, we got to uplift each other. And
you better talk that.
My thing, I don't want to beef with no gay people. Like, I don't want to beef with nobody, period. But, like, I really don't want to be sitting here beefing with niggas are beefing over dumb shit. Like niggas want to argue about who's the best gay rapper. I'm the basic gay rapper. Earth Tone's the best gay rapper. Mark Wayne's the best gay rapper. JB's the best gay rapper. Prince
and look, and all these other rappers are not looking at anybody as being the best yet. You know what I mean? Let's get together and try to make it out there.
Let's get together, because one person is not going to shake up the industry. Like, one person going to get lost because they're going to be like, okay, whatever. They need all of us in there to shake it up.
Let me ask you something. I'm not going to keep you much longer, but I want to ask you this question. The out artists that they have on these reality shows coming out, how do you feel about, you know, these artists such as, you know, like we had Milan Christopher, you know, Bobby Lai, I'm not even gonna say her name because I'm not, but like Sydney Starr or like what, you know, and not them per se, but what do you take on mainstream putting us out there? Are you, because I feel like, honestly, what I mean by this is I feel like they're putting us out there, but in a more humorous light versus something that's taken more seriously.
I feel like I'm real enough to be like, I hate it. I don't like to see it, but I'm happy for them. Like, I'm happy that Bobby Lights is on TV. I'm happy that Milan Christopher was on TV. I'm really happy that Sydney Starr is on TV. And so, but I hate the fact that that's what is being portrayed as what we have to bring to the table, because that's not what,
nowhere near. No, I mean, we up there with the best of them, if not better.
Right.
I'm telling you.
I can come up. I can go on motherfucking Love and Hip Hop right now, any one of them, and get in the booth with any nigga that's on Love and Hip Hop, and we can go bar for bar. Bobby Light can't do that. Milan Christopher can't do that. Sydney Starr can't do that. What's that boy that he act like they say he white but he black? Todrick can't do that. Candy has bars. I just feel like it's all Candy got bars. Jay Will is kind of boring, but Candy got bars.
Well, I feel like it's the same bars. It's just different delivery.
But you know what? I don't know, because I ain't really gave Jay Will a chance. Every time I hear it, I just be like, okay, whatever. And Candy, she be having bars, but I don't like to look at her. So it'd be like, okay.
I like, you know, I feel like people are attracted to Candy because the energy, you know, we want to see that obnoxious, extra, da-da-da-da-da-da, you feel me? And Jay Will is just da-da-da-da-da-da, you feel me? So it's like, it's hard to kind of map that out, you know what I mean? What I think she should do, honestly, and I've been thinking about it, I think she should be her own rap group, is what I think she should be. I think that would be so dope. Her, like, and then do her videos. You could edit your video so that y'all both can be in the video rapping with each other, and you like your own little. I think that would be ill. You featuring yourself, Jay Will featuring Candy, Candy featuring Jay Will. I think that would be lit.
The song, as Candy.
Yep. I think that would be ill. But what do I know? I don't know nothing. Look, honestly, thank you for coming on here. Like, honestly, it's truly an honor to have you. Like, for real, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge supporter. Like, I really, really respect everything that you're doing. And now that I got a deeper look on who you are, like I respect you even more, and I have nothing but support that's coming your way. All the support.
Appreciate that, man. Like, I appreciate anybody who appreciate me and support me. So, like, you definitely have my support because you didn't have to have me up here. So, thank you a lot.
Thank you, and thank you to Chad, because I know Chad had to do his investigation before you came up here. Like, look, I know. Like, who is this? No, but thank you, and it was a pleasure. I had fun talking to you, and yo, keep shining, and I wish you nothing but the best, for real.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
All love.
All right.
How dope was that, guys? That was super dope. But make sure before y'all leave out here, y'all go subscribe to our YouTube, and y'all go press that add, like, and comment button. Make sure y'all add when y'all leave here. Go add that Instagram, The Royal Couch, and go on Facebook and go subscribe to our Facebook page, The Royal Couch. That's DAROYALCOUCH. Shout out to my co-host, Key. I love you. You're everything. We will be together very soon. We got a lot of new things coming. We got call-ins. We got new backgrounds. We got new programs. We got so much new guests, new celebrities, new web series. And we got a couple other things that we can't really talk about right now. But make sure y'all go check out everythinglavish.net. And make sure y'all go and just be great. Support one another. Love one another. Peace.